You're spinning me around, my feet are off the ground. I don't know where I'll stand. Do you have to hold my hand? You mystify me, you mystify me, you mystify me. Oh. That's my dorm! So, this is entirely unscripted, but it's finals season here at Cornell. So that means we never get to sleep, but we don't get to do that anyway, so nothing actually changes. I just want to take a moment to talk about how they do finals at, I guess, university, specifically at Cornell. So, this semester I took 5 courses. They were all STEM-related courses, so biology, math, physics, astronomy, and chemistry. And it was hell. So, 5 classes means that I do unfortunately have 5 finals. And the way that Cornell does finals, last day of classes was today, May 7th, and then we get 4 days off in between now and the first exam day. So tomorrow is slope day, and essentially they bring in a musician who I have never heard of, and they set up a stage at the bottom of the slope. They close off the road in front of West Campus. After slope day, there's the study period or study break that lasts 3 days. A lot of that time is spent in the library. The libraries are very busy now, which is why I would recommend you avoid them. My first exam is on Sunday the 12th, and actually I have 3 exams that day: astronomy in the morning, chemistry in the afternoon, and biology at night. If you have more than 3 in a 24-hour period, you can contact one of the professors of the course whose exam you would like to move. Except I'm actually going to take all 3 on the same day because the one that I'd like to move is chemistry, and if I were to move that, it would be pushed up 2 days, and there is no way in hell that I would be able... Well, I'm not going to feel comfortable taking it anyway, but I'd feel even worse if I had to take it 2 days early. The entire exam period lasts for a week, I believe. Yes, so exams start on Sunday, and then they'll end the following Sunday. I don't know why they have it over a weekend. Don't know, because time is just a construct in the Cornell matrix. So I have my first exams on Sunday, and then I think I get a 2-day break, have physics, and then another 2-day break and have math. And then after 24 hours after your final exam, you have to vacate your dorm and turn in your key. So it's a lot. As for the format of the exams, it's really dependent on the classes. Each of them is 2.5 hours long, though again the length is dependent on the classes, so I know that my astronomy one will only take about 1.5 hours. We won't be there for the full 2.5 hour period. But for something like physics, chemistry, probably my biology one, because they actually do the final and the final prelim in the same testing period, those will all take the full 2.5 hour period. So that means that 5 exams, 2.5 hours for each of them, I have 12.5 hours of exams to get through before I get to leave. Lovely. The structure of the exams, it varies widely between classes. So for something like my math and physics exam and my chemistry exam, it'll pretty much be just like extended response type questions. You'll be given a question, and like it'll probably take 20 minutes to solve the complete thing for each question. I think my professor said there's going to be like 5 to 7 questions on my math final. For my biology course, they actually do like 18, on the preliminary exams, they do 18 multiple choice questions and then 3 extended response questions. The thing about that though is that they're worth the entire exam is worth 75 points, so each of the multiple choice questions is worth 2.5 points. But really, I was in 1780 Evolutionary Biology, and honestly, that's an easy course, at least compared to the math and the physics, so I didn't have a problem with them grading it like that. For the final, for the final in biology, we're just having a 35 question multiple choice exam where each of the questions is worth 2 points. So that'll be okay. And then for the astronomy one, we only had one preliminary exam, so a midterm, and it was a mixture of multiple choice questions, short answer questions, and then like an extended problem that was similar to the problem set, like multi-step problem set problems that we had on the homeworks. So, as for budgeting time for 5 finals, I have 4 days before I take the first 3. So I'm definitely going to take one day off to just decompress after a very wild semester. Like I said, slope day is usually the first day. It is the first day after classes. I'm not actually going to go to that because people get drunk at 9 a.m. and then they aren't sober until they have to take their first exam. So I'm going to the opposite end of campus to look at the botanical gardens. And now that it's not the middle of winter, and as you can see things are alive, they might actually be nice. And so that'll be first of the 4-day break in between end of classes and exams. 3 days, 3 exams. I'm spending 2 of that on chemistry because I have no idea what's happening. And then I'll divide the last day between astronomy and biology because I found those courses to be relatively easy. After that, I believe I have a 2-day break in between my math and my physics exams. So I take, I believe, physics first 2 days after the day with 3 of the exams on it, so that'll be fine for studying for that. And then I'll spend 2 days studying for math. So it should be fine, and then I get to be done and go home, back to Ohio. Pretty sunset. But it is still cold here, and yes, I am wearing a sweater in May. But that is Ithaca. So I hope that gave you a fairly good idea as to what exam season is like here at Cornell. Keep in mind that I am still a freshman, so this is the first final season I have experienced, but I guess I'll let you know how it goes. Also, if there's anything you want me to talk about regarding my experiences here at Cornell, feel free to leave a comment. Do people actually like and subscribe when I tell them to like and subscribe? Does that work? Anyway, peace.